Hey, welcome in, folks. Hey, good to see you, EG, and thank you so much for that sub. We're going to punish ourselves with misery tonight, and yeah, I appreciate Hydrate and all your support. Cheers. And Baba, walk, bark, bark. Oh, before I forget to do this, I have to update our challenge so that the challenge thing shows. Okay, let's see. Let me create a new one. Alright, so then we have that. Yeah, EG, we wrapped up the challenge. We made it to the end of our 50 days in Forsaken Airfield. We finished it up actually at the plane crash in the airfield. We made a nice fire. We set off some... we forgot to set off the noisemakers, but we did use the flare gun, fire off a few shots, and had some fun. Built a fire, yeah, took a little nap, did all the stuff. We may come back to that run at some point. I don't know if we'll do it on stream or off stream, but to walk in Astrid back to the transfer pass and then go into the new region, just so that I can have some experience. I could open up the new region for possible future spawns. But yeah, I haven't decided if we'll do that on or off stream, because the challenge is technically done at this point. So this is our new challenge, is very boringly called Les Miserables. Yes, we're in misery mode, and we're going to see if this is any fun. Big question. I mean, if it turns out it's like Nagoa and it just becomes increasingly frustrating and I stop having fun, then we'll probably do something completely different. But for now, we should at least try to see what this is like. Okay, yeah, so let's see. Misery mode. Confirm. Good old Astrid. Les Miserables. Really, the one who's miserable is just Astrid. So apparently we all start in the same place. I've watched no one else at the start of their misery run, so I have no idea what people's strategies have been. I've seen some people playing misery at a later stage when they've already picked up a few afflictions. But all we know is that things are bad. And we start off with basically nothing. Wow. Okay, so that's all we got. Okay, so, and things are going to get really cold really soon. Okay, so we are in Pleasant Valley, which guaranteed. And they've destroyed buildings that we know and love. Okay, so strategy one might be to just go as quickly as we can. To find clothing. But we want fire as soon as possible too. Yeah, we're already cold.
Jesus, it's cold.
Hey, we're gonna keep an eye out here to see if there's wolves. We're already cold.
I've never felt so cold in my life.
So we're gonna do this just because this is probably a bad idea, but we should get it out of our system. We are going to go first to see if we can grab clothing. Thompson's Crossing matches are still there? Okay, that's good to know. I wonder if we should go up here, check out the bunker. Is there a shortcut? I'm trying to remember how to get up there. I think it's up here. It drops to minus 50 really quickly, right? Okay, I would give up on this. Clearly, I can't remember the shortcut to get up there, so... Got matches? Nope. A coal? Nothing. Okay. The prepper cache is going to be a waste? Okay. Wow, they emptied out this place too. Okay. One thing.
This'll come in handy.
Sweater. Quick, we need mitts. Oh, wolves. Not good.
I think I can use this.
Need something for our hands. Okay, that's a better head covering. here. We really want mitts. Come on, give us mitts. Wow, we're dropping quick. You don't think so? Probably not. But it's our first time through, so we gotta try everything. And then we'll figure out how to optimize afterwards. Nothing back here. No coat. Okay, that was pretty rough. Uh-oh. Trouble! We already got trouble. Already got trouble. There's a wolf hanging out at Skeeter's anyways, so that's not going to work for us. See if I can do this right. Look at all those saplings. Yeah, this is not a good start. Wolf chasing us. Damage already. Another wolf over here. It's a pretty terrible start now. Watch, it'll be too cold for us once we get inside. Well, he made it to shelter at least. 0. We need more clothing. And we need matches. It's true. Bed will be warm. Okay, we just struck out here. Sleep for 3 hours, see if we can recover a little bit. A little bit better. Do have something to drink at least. Yeah, it's a pretty bad start. I'll admit it.
Looks like this has been here a while.
That's food. Can't survive that. It's just a great... Okay, I think we're out of luck here.
Starting to feel numb.
Only we had matches somewhere. Yeah, I think not having matches is a big problem. Because we're going to take a lot of damage just getting anywhere now. Next time, it is farmhouse first. How do we get through here without finding the wolf? That's true. I was thinking that. I was thinking Mountaineers. If we're gonna die, we're gonna die on the way to Mountaineers. What? Where did he come from?
Freezing.
Well... Where did that guy come from? He just showed up there. It's wild. You see that? We turned around, he was there, waiting for us. Popped right in. Or are we just going to be chased down by the wolf? And the wind's picked up. Alright. This is going to be game over soon. Yeah, I think I would agree with that. I think someplace farm to Thompson, Signal Hill, yeah. Oh, the bear's out too. We lost the wolf, but I think that's because there's probably a bear somewhere up here. Did we lose him? Or is he just far enough back? This is bad. At least we're armed now. It's going to be warm enough? Probably not. It is warm enough. Okay. Well, we got something to eat. We'll probably die overnight, but... No matches is going to kill us, because we have no water. Frostbite risk still pretty high. Oh, the wind died down. Okay. I don't think we have a sewing kit, though. Yeah, we just need to get there. We can take condition damage from... I don't know. Either way, we're gonna die, so... Wolf.
Wait,
Figures.
I'm so cold. I'm warming up a bit.
Oh, there's another wolf. We're in trouble. we're out of stamina, and this is not salvageable anymore. More wolves over there.
I would do anything for a drink right now.
Oh, we're so close. We're really, really close now. See, we see that church, right? Really close. Did he leave us alone? Nope. See if we can let him take a bunny instead. Oh, and a deer too. Okay, well, the matches are in the gas station, but we're gonna have to, great, we're gonna have to navigate in the dark. That's lovely, isn't it? And we're still cold. Let's see what we got here. Stow. take off our pants. Um, a stove. Should find a bed somewhere in here.
Need water.
Nope, too far. Oh, there's a bed. Bed. This is gonna suck, isn't it? Yeah, we tried to find our way to the toilet, but we had a hard time seeing anything. Okay, so at least we're no longer freezing. Curtains are there. This should be the toilet. There we are.
Oh, I've never been so hungry in my life.
Less salvageable, but not completely lost. Still pretty bad, though. Can't find a bed in the dark. Oh, there we are. Okay. Okay, what do we got here?
Oh, I'm starving.
With some daylight, we might be able to start on the mend. All right.
Where can I find something to eat?
Let's hope there's some clothing in here. All the same type of useless clothing. How many hoodies do we need? Salt. Okay, we can start bouncing back with that. Cooking skillet. Yeah, I'll take that for now. Okay, what do we got here? Carrot on the ground. Not really anticipating anything good here. I do need a sewing kit, though. Oh, tools. No extra matches there. Yeah, should try the store next. I think we're gonna eat the carrot. Or sell some calories at least. So the plane crash, I would say, is kind of a dud. Without a sewing kit, it's just an expensive trip. Food is definitely better here. Nothing banged up here. Spray paint. Potato.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
There's her sewing kit. There's her matches.
The owner's around.
Yeah. Yeah, I think beating frostbite is more important than getting a specific clothing item out of the plane crash. So, prioritize getting cloth and sewing kit. Okay. How long would it take us to make a... what do we need for improvised hand wraps? We need one more piece of cloth. Okay, so then I say we go back. We know we're at least warm. And there's fireplaces over here, so... Yeah, I think we're doing the curtains. Curtains for us. We're still cold in here. And here comes the storm. Okay. No more frostbite. We're now positive. Okay. And there we go. How bad is that? Diminished form, less stamina, carrying capacity reduced.
Getting weak.
Yeah, that's not good. 60. No, we have no accelerant.
Perfect.
Well, we lucked out on that. We'll take that. Okay, we drop here. Oh, we do have water still. I forgot we had extra water still, so we're just going to consume what we can because of reduced weight capacity anyways. Might as well just... And we're not going to live a long time, so we might as well die with a full belly, right? Yeah, we'll need the healing. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, we need to make torches. Almost forgot the important thing, right? We need torches. Make our life easier. Hey, welcome in, Psychotic Deer. We are, as you can probably tell, doing Misery. And not doing well. Although we finally have fire. And we finally have solved our frostbite issues. It was not the best start. We decided to go to plane crash first. That was not a wise idea. We did have to run away from wolves multiple times. We somehow snuck past them. So... yeah, now we have to find the birch bark. Okay, no other surprises. There's the stew recipe. Okay. Try to stay warm in this. Hoping for our luck to be good here. Don't need more salts. Nothing here. Oh, you saw the big ice pillar. How's Misery going? Not too well. We had kind of a pretty rough start. But we got fire and we got all our parts covered now, so things are better. But we took a lot of damage going into it. No frostbite, permanent frostbite. Oh good, more water. No extra socks. I think the next thing to do is once we're finished looting all these places is to then go and go back to the community hall and oh, hacksaw. That's a good win here.
I'll take it.
Okay, this is pretty bad here. Let's see if we can keep this long enough to get back to the house. Nope, we failed. Okay. We did get a hacksaw. We are warm in here now. Okay. Check out this car. I don't think there's going to be anything here. But extra matches would be helpful. Oh, well, we'll take the extra food. Okay, there's not a whole lot else here. Another book. Oop. Okay. Let's see if we can repair something here. It's probably going to make the biggest difference. Let's shred this guy too. Quick check to see if there's anything here. Nothing here. Let's go down here. Grab cattail. Nothing. What are we doing time-wise? Okay, another night here. Hopefully we can get some better recovery going.
Gotta warm up somehow.
We did not find the tea. Try to collect as much tinder as we can. Okay. Nothing else here. Okay, let's see what we can repair here. Okay, perfect. We're at 7 now. It's not perfect, but it is something better than what we had. Let's see if we get a good recovery here. It's a decent bounce back. Do we use these to fix our shoes? These are pretty messed up. We should probably fix those next. Okay. Need more cloth for our trip. Does not sound good out there. Okay, let's start this fire. Boil more water, do more repairs. Wait for a break in the weather and run. Okay, so let's see. Is there anything else I can make in here? I can bake that last potato. Happy Maple Day! Yeah, Canada Day is tomorrow. I am getting together with a few people for a lunchtime barbecue. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good out there. Guess we're back doing this again. So we can only carry 25. Around 30 minutes. Well, we healed from our frostbite risk. That's good news. Can't break down the Toaster can't be broken down. Okay, fire has... Storm seems less now. Or not. We just admit defeat. How many matches do we have? 10. I don't want to burn all my fuel. I think we lose a match. And we do this instead. Okay. Okay, off we go. I mean, we have a couple options. We could try to head out to Coastal Highway instead. Or we go out this way and try to make it to Mystery Lake. This way takes us to the farmhouse, which probably has better odds of having clothing. We will try to seize the means of production. We're trying to make it happen. A deer. Oh, there's a dead deer over there.
My fingers feel numb.
We just don't have any coal. I think we should keep an eye out for saplings. Uh-oh. There goes our torch.
So cold.
That's not good. Pry bar. Hold. Without a torch, I don't want to risk going to the barn, because there almost certainly will be wolves there. Of course, the wolves are going to be everywhere. Here. Yeah, Astrid will buy the farm, one way or another. Pay a pound of flesh for the farm. At least. So this should take us to the little barn. Molly's barn. Oh. Score. New hat. New sewing kit. Didn't lose too much on that one. We're at 0 again. Now let's rest here for an hour. Just recover a little bit.
I could eat anything.
Yeah, I remember so long ago when I discovered this place, and I kept checking it. Run after run after run, hoping that it would finally yield something. And then they made that update, and they put stuff up here. They put this dead guy, and they put some other stuff, and even a chance of getting a nice hat.
I can use this.
Yeah, we did get a nice hat this time, though. No rabbit hat. Should we just plan on staying here? Okay, that should be enough to get us through the night. Or we could just run. try our luck. Nope, we're staying overnight. That would end disastrously. Okay, I think this might work. Okay, we have visibility. Looks like we have wolves. Do we have a bear out here? Don't think so. We're climbing back into something respectable here, you know? Despite the rough start. We're at +8 now. Want to get to double digits. But yeah, there should be more food, more water here. Look, there's a chance to get a
Sure getting cold.
carcass going. But we're too cold to really do that right now. Okay, we're warm on the inside.
This stuff will come in handy.
We'll grab more of those later. Chow down on potatoes. Potatoes and carrots. Nope. Come on.
This'll come in handy.
It's just wrong. It keeps giving us hoodies over and over and over again. It's like, no. Don't want the hoodie. Whetstone's useful. I take the wires to make something. Okay, let's see. More water. Yeah, I'm impressed we didn't die right away on our first misery attempt, so...
This'll come in handy.
Well, that's dinner right there. Huzzah! We also have a pot and skillet. Now we have the full range.
Drop any of this gear.
Interesting, nothing there.
Man, all I can think about is food.
Should probably make the potatoes. Time to make the potatoes. You remember that old donut commercial? Nothing else? Come on, gotta be some clothes somewhere. Someone was kind enough to cook us some venison before they disappeared.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Striking out on all this stuff here. Okay, how about a Mackinac? Mackinac into the bed? Nope. We still have no bedroll, so we need to sleep in beds. See what else we have. We can tear this one apart. We can do some repairs now. I know it goes up to a 0.5. This would give us a full 1. Still no coat. Uh-oh. Not what I wanted to hear. Guess we're making potatoes. You found the bunker? You? Tales 3 about to end, and you'll be done until the next installment. Or is that the it? I think that might be it, right? No, we should check the deck here to see if there's anything useful.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
More wires. Nothing else here. It's definitely a storm. Big sneeze.
Come on, little fire. Come on. Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Okay. Oh, I thought I had more potatoes. I guess I don't. We do have enough to do pancakes, so... Or almost enough. Oh, cooking skills insufficient. We can't do pancakes. Yeah. How close are we for cooking? We probably should read a book then, huh? We don't have a book on cooking. Read for an hour. What can I prepare? Nothing. Huh. Bear with me while I dissertate. Okay, I guess we can do that. It's been a while. Yeah, let's do that. A quiet moment here. Let's see. What's our lighting all dramatic right now? Looks like I need to play with the settings again. too bright. Have to raise up the brightness a little bit more. Okay, we'll try that. And oh, I see. We can bring this down. Yeah, it's imperfect. This room is kind of dark right now. Oh, I see why we're kind of dark. I don't have the backlight or the extra lighting going on here. Hold on a second. We will rectify this. Oops. Okay, there we go. A little bit better lighting situation. Oh, okay, so we're going to dissertate, i.e., we're going to read something from my dissertation on 19th century artificial intelligence, because we do that on this channel when people request it. Pretty much only when people request it, because, yeah, it is what it is. But I enjoy doing it, and I hope you enjoy hearing a little bit more about what I wrote about. Pull this up again. Dissertation. Okay. Loading, loading, loading. Oh, most likely we forgot where we put the bookmark. I think we left off, I mean, we've been through this multiple times, but I think where we left off was... I think we had just finished the introduction. I talked about Frankenstein, so that was chapter 2. Whoa, Prasandra, welcome in, folks. Hey, welcome in, folks. Let's give a shout out to Prasandra. If you're new here, I'm Babbage-nator. Let's see what kind of... Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I can't run. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Holy shit.
Oh, you have to Spider-Man it. I do that sometimes to get away from bears. Okay, so welcome in, folks. I'm Babbage-nator. We are taking a slight break from our misery run right now to read a little bit from my dissertation, because weirdly enough, that is something that happens on this channel. I am a writer. I'm also the author of 2 books of poetry. I'm also a translator. I'm also a former computer games programmer. And I'm currently back in school doing a Master's of Library and Information Science. But I have done a PhD previously. And the PhD was in Literature and Creative Writing. And I wrote a dissertation on 19th century artificial intelligence, which covers a wide variety of interesting topics, or at least they were interesting to me, and apparently to chat, because I keep getting asked to read from it. So 19th century artificial intelligence covers basically how the machine became a person in the 19th century imagination. So we have read, I think last time we left off, we had finished going through the introduction, and I think we are at the start of chapter 1. Hey, DeBirdie! Long time no see, yeah. Okay, so we're going to read a little bit from chapter 1, Constructed Otherness, the Mechanical Turk in the Public Imagination. And this is really about the Mechanical Turk, or the chess automaton. That was a fake machine that people were obsessed with at the end of the 18th century and the beginning of the 19th century. Okay, and it's really interesting. I could have written a whole separate dissertation on the many ways, the many lives of the Mechanical Turk, how it keeps coming back into popular culture and shows up in all these TV shows and all these short stories and novels. It has like this really long life. It shows up in multiple Doctor Who episodes. It shows up in random British murder mysteries. It's just all over the place. So anyways, this is from the chapter on the Mechanical Turk. The boldest idea that ever entered the brain of a mechanic was doubtless that of constructing a machine to imitate man, the masterpiece of creation, in something other than figure and motion. Windage, this is Carl Windage, Inanimate Reason, page 193. Carl Windage is one of the first witnesses or observers of the Mechanical Turk, who saw it in operation on its first public display outside of the court. And so his first-person account is really fascinating. We'll talk about it in a second. Introduction to this chapter. Before the machine could be viewed as an other, it first had to be viewed as something more than mere object. When Baron von Kempelen unveiled his latest mechanical wonder, a turban-wearing life-size automaton that played near-flawless chess, before the Austrian court of Empress Maria Theresa in 1770, he did so not fully anticipating the repercussions of his new creation would have, not only on his own career as a mechanist, or engineer, but also on the discourse surrounding the idea of a thinking machine and the philosophical debate over the materiality of the soul. Having been upstaged the previous year by Francois Pelletier, a French illusionist who had mystified the royal audience with what amounted to little more than parlor tricks and magnets, von Kempelen, a highly skilled mechanist and engineer, had a much more mundane motivation. He simply wanted to craft an illusion so elaborate and impenetrable that his position, his funding, and his status in the court would remain unchallenged for years to come. On these points he did succeed, but in so doing, he found himself shackled to the very device intended to ensure a future of financial freedom and respect. What he had intended to be a few days' amusement for his queen soon became an extended schedule of private and public exhibitions, and with each day the Turk's reputation grew and popular interest intensified. Carl Gottlieb von Windage, an eyewitness of the first public showing of the automaton, writes of that excitement. An account of it soon spread through great part of Europe. The papers and journals were eager to announce its marvelous works, the result of which was, as is the case with all accounts hand about mouth to mouth, that they became daily more wrong, exaggerated, and contradictory. From Windage's letters, which were also subsequently translated and reprinted in other countries contributing to this atmosphere of curiosity, we begin to glimpse some of the factors that enabled the opening of a new dialogue around the idea of a machine and the figure of the automaton. The widespread speculation and misinformation, as well as the numerous attempts to explain or debunk the means by which the automaton operated, produced a climate of anxiety, skepticism, and even optimistic materialism, which encouraged important shifts in thinking about the nature of a machine and the personhood of an automaton, both necessary steps in laying the foundation for what ultimately would become the figure of an artificially constructed sentient other. Although eventually exposed as an elaborate fake, the Turk moved the thinking machine out of the realm of remote fantasy and into the public sphere of possibility, where witnesses found it increasingly difficult not to ascribe some form of personhood to the machine they were encountering. This chapter looks at how this cultural phenomenon set the stage for new mechanical models of thinking and the eventual emergence of the detective figure as a machine-like thinker. Yeah. Okay. So that's just the introduction section. If you want to hear more, let me know. Yeah. So unfortunately, that's a whole separate thing. You know what? I could throw you a bonus here. We'll give you a bonus. We'll also read the poem about the Mechanical Turk that shows up in my second book of poetry, which is about the death of the Turk. 33. Yeah. Okay, so this is from Babbage's Dream, published by Sundress Publications in 2017. This is my second book of poetry. And the poem is entitled The Mechanical Turk, Encircled in Flames, Faces Its End. Fire at the Chinese Museum, Philadelphia, July 5th, 1854. Hey, that's this week. Anniversary coming up. Okay, the Mechanical Turk, Encircled in Flames, Faces Its End. This is not how I thought I'd meet my demise. Unmanned, forgotten, a wooden figure trapped in a smoke-filled room, cluttered with the ephemeral traces of empires and their decline. Here, everything burns case by case, until at last the fire lays bare all I've buried in my partitioned chest. The gears and mirrors, the hidden lines that guided my hand across the board. Once I held court with the powerful and wise. I pushed pawns, toppled queens, gave emperors pause before my drive. Now no one answers my cry when the bellows fail and my voice dies. The game is up. The match is set. All that's left is my emptied frame and the ghosts of the ghost of this machine. Those who paraded me in the past have already slipped into the dark. My father into the distant earth, my last master into the sea. Tonight I pass as well, my metal heart stirring with unfamiliar dis-ease. Dispossessed of my will, I do not know what move comes next, what face I should show when I lay myself down at last, unmasked, undone, upon the checkered board. There we go. I think so too. I think the Mechanical Turk was an amazing. Here's the thing that most people don't really appreciate: the wonder, right? The spectacle of it was that it was a machine playing chess, and that it would chastise people and catch them when they were cheating, and that it would respond to interview questions after the match, spelling out answers with a letterboard, and later. One of the other additions was to add bellows so that it could create a voice-like sound as well. So that's kind of a reference to the bellows as well. But here's the thing: it's for von Kempelen, the thing that was actually the miracle, the engineering miracle of the device, was the arm, the prosthetic arm that moved across the board and manipulated the pieces, the chess pieces, because its level of engineering precision so far exceeded everything else of the time period. And to him, that was the mechanical wonder. But now he was trapped, performing the show night after night, day after day, to give people the spectacle of a machine that plays chess. And his own contribution was lost, right, in that discussion. No one stopped to say, like, oh, that's amazing how precise the hand moves across the board to manipulate the chess pieces. And so, yeah, I mean, I feel for him. I know how this feels as someone who's been a programmer and, you know, worked on something, and the real wonder and sophistication and innovation is hidden from the viewer, that they actually don't know where you are most proud, what you're most proud of, and instead their surprise and delight is with something that is actually a deception or an illusion. So The Turk played so many people. Played Napoleon. Played many famous people in the courts of Europe. And played Edgar Allan Poe, I believe, witnessed a match. Charles Babbage actually played a match against the automaton chess player when it toured London, and wrote about it afterwards. And he said he was pretty confident that it was a human, this is no machine intelligence. This is a human behind the scenes. And then, of course, in true Babbage fashion, says, if there was a machine capable of playing a game, I imagine the game would be draughts. It would be tic-tac-toe. And then he proceeds to propose a loose algorithm for how it might play the game. So, in that respect, you could say that Charles Babbage is one of the fathers of computer games, because he actually described a game algorithm that would run on on an analytical engine, a computer. So that's just really fascinating stuff. So anyways, this is always the caution. If you get me started talking about my dissertation, I will go on and on and on. So that's what you get. But I love talking about Charles Babbage, history of computers, and all sorts of weird stuff that happened in the 19th century. What's our plan here? Well, the wind is terrible right now. We could lay down our teas just so that we have something. Okay, so there's an hour left. We could read for another hour, I guess. Get better at mending stuff. Yeah, if you're interested in learning more about... Actually, one of these days I should just make a full, support website for, that goes in more detail about Babbage. But you can read more about the book and some of the... Where to where to purchase it, either through Amazon or through the publisher. Okay. Do we go for another hour? I wonder... Okay, maybe we try for another hour and then we try to... This wind is not going away, is it? Oh, maybe... Oh, and it went out. Great. Perfect. We lost our match. Try to stay warm. Yeah, where are we going? Signal Hill? Yeah. When I was doing my dissertation, so tempting, but we just don't have time, right? We need to solve our clothing issues sooner. We need to get a coat. We're just testing Misery out for right now. We'll see how long this goes. Definitely we had a rough start on Misery, but it's turning around, so it's not so bad. I say that now, 24 hours it'll be terrible again, but yeah, we're going to be hit with a windstorm, lose our torch, and then get mauled by a bear. I mean, that's how it's going to go. Yeah. Ah, no problems, friend. Yeah, I have been thinking about, so I'm in school right now, back in school after a break. Went back to school, decided to do a master's in library and information science. And I'm taking a particular focus on digital humanities or digital scholarship work. And so as a result of that, it's leading me to, let's see, go this way, I think.
The cold is making my head feel thick.
Go around this way. I'm thinking that what I might do, and I'll see if I can turn this into a project for school, is I might do a project where I basically build out like an online resource that collects together all these obscure Charles Babbage references and makes them an easily searchable and just makes it a resource for people interested in a lot of the cultural context around Charles Babbage and his work on the his part in the history of computers. But the other approach I could take is to make it more about the history of artificial intelligence, or what I sometimes call the cultural history of artificial intelligence. Like how does the idea that a machine might think, originate? Where does that come from? What does that look like? Yeah. Yeah, I remember reading about that. That's pretty wild, too. Do we think we're running into the bear if we go over here? Okay. Using up all our keys not to die, but... See rabbits.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
Okay. No worries, Cassandra. Thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah. I don't think we're doing particularly great. We're just not doing terribly. So we start off terrible, and then this is still our first misery attempt, and we're still alive. So we're happy with that. Well, figures that was going to come. Probably should make more bandages. We'll try to make it to Signal Hill.
Oh, I'm starving.
I think when we make it to Signal Hill, we'll probably wrap up our stream as well. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, thanks to all of you who came in on the raid. Hope you're enjoying yourself. If you're Canadians, I wish you a very happy Canada Day, which is coming up soon. Alright, let's see. Keep an eye out for saplings. We're a long way from having a bow, but we do have the hacksaw, so we do have some means to scheme. Okay, need a potato. Buy ourselves a little bit of time. No pry bar yet. Yeah, head transplant. I don't think that's going to be done. They've done face transplants. But a whole head, I think, gets into the existential question is, who is the person after you've done the head transplant? Like, does the head have the brain of the person whose head it is? Or are you transplanting the brain into a new head? You know, in that case, the skull is just a carrier, a container. And you're assuming the brain has its own individuality.
I need to find food.
So it's to give the head a new body. Yeah. Oh, we forgot to grab the tea from out here. Or is there no tea? There's a little bit of tea. Alright, here we go.
I think I can use this.
Don't need it, we already have one. Got nothing. What do we got here? I think we'll get coffee here. That will be useful. Dog food. We are still without a coat. Hoping for a coat in the locker. In the beds. Under the bed, someplace. Oh boy. Very sneezy right now. I wonder if it's my allergy medication wearing off. Yeah, today was very sunny, and I think the pollen was out. Not good for me. Okay, we got a coffee, we got soup, and... yeah, that's something. Oops. Nothing else. Oh, the flare is in here now. Okay.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Disappointing. Disappointing. I am greatly disappointed by the lack of a, yeah. Still no jacket. No coat. It's hurting us. How are we doing firewood wise? Maybe we do sticks and make torches out of that.
I can't feel my hands. Come on, little fire. It's goddamn freezing.
So, since we're still alive, it looks like we'll probably do a few more streams with this run. Okay, how are we doing water-wise? We got plenty of water. We got a devilish amount of water. Look at that. But we are cold. Minus 19. That's not good. I think we just take our torches and get out of here. Oh, I forgot. We do have. Yeah, we'll wait until we get someplace warmer. We can make our coffee in the little barn, or in a cave. Uh-oh. And the bear's outside. I heard his stomach gurgling, and I was like, that's not a good sign. Okay, so I think this is where we wrap up for tonight. We have survived. Things are a little rough, but I wish I could have finished cooking that, but we didn't. I'll have to warm it up later. Yeah, that would have been a really sad way to end the run, right? If we just, like, stood out there cooking and the bear ate us. That would be bad. Okay. But we're warm in here, so let's go for the full 10 hours. We're all recovered. Back to 50% at least. Food is a real problem here. There's something productive we could do. Tear up stuff. This is about the same, actually. Okay. Not dead yet. Where are we going? Where are we going next stream? Are we going to Mystery Lake? Cut through Winding River? Go to the dam? Go to Black Rock?
I've never been so.
It's now Misery Lake, huh? Okay. Okay, this is where we're going to save for tonight. And this puts us at a whopping 3 days in, and we're not dead. So I count that as a win, given that this is our first time doing Misery. So, but yeah, stuff is definitely much more scarce, and it is definitely harder to find food. And definitely harder to find clothing. They have the new category for Misery. You can see I put all my time in since the latest. What was, I can't remember which update it was that did a reset on all our numbers, but so it happened when we launched, and then it happened later on, I think, when they split whatchamacallit, Wintermute from the sandbox. So yeah, currently 303 is our longest for Interloper. And then I haven't really spent much time playing the others since then. So, okay, so yeah, we are basically done then for tonight. 3 days in. We'll see how that plays out. Let's figure out who we could go raid. Well, actually, before that, we should do one last poem for the night. We'll do a random poem. We'll do another Babbage poem, it looks like. Okay, so this is also from Babbage's Dream. This is Babbage at his desk, enumerating the world. If Babbage lived in the time of Excel spreadsheets, he would be an Excel spreadsheet person. He definitely loved to write up tables and tally things up, count things up. 23. Okay. Babbage at his desk, enumerating the known world. From here you lay bare the world, table after table, column after column, each thing known and numbered, counted like sparrows in their open graves, the heartbeats of pigs, the staggered breathing of cattle in low country fields, each significant, a sign, a signature, the quantity of ink spread on the printer's block, silk threads, caterpillars, calico scarves, and handkerchiefs, the number of stones or red bricks thrown by drunken men at your windows, the strokes of a loom operated by a man or a machine, the cards in their pockets, the holes in the cards, the burden of ships in the harbors, the length of chain assembled by one worker in a day, the volume of water and wine carried downriver or through pipes to the city, every number a thing, everything a number. So this has reference to one of Babbage's best-selling, in fact, it was a bestseller in Victorian England. Not a novel, no, a book of economics entitled "On the what was it? On Machines and Manufacturers." So the economics of machines and manufacturers, I think it was called, the economy of machines and manufacturers. But basically what he did is he toured, he did a lot of field research, and he went and visited every single factory all throughout sort of the UK. And he studied their methods, he studied their processes, and he looked at what they produced, he looked at what they threw away, he looked at like their efficiencies. And then he started to figure out ways in which methods and approaches used in one industry might actually be adapted to a different industry to be more efficient. And then he would also locate places where what was thrown away or gotten rid of, what was counted as garbage in one industry, was actually the raw material for a different industry. And so he then mapped out how they could all be interconnected. This book on the economy of machines and manufacturers was so popular and so groundbreaking that it actually was the inspiration for Karl Marx, and it was for Marx and Engels to write Das Kapital, which studies the whole system of capitalism, and looks at factories and manufacturing, but they credit Babbage for being their inspiration, which is really interesting. But the other thing that Babbage was responsible for was he was one of the first people to do a super detailed study of the ways, the different life expectancies that people had in different industries, as well as the ways in which people died. So that type of actuarial work that's the foundation of life insurance was actually done by Babbage as well. And he also wrote a table of, he tabulated and published a table of all the different things that were thrown through his factory windows by people in the street. And he had this elaborate table of all that because he found that fascinating. I was like, you might also fix the fact that your people in the public didn't really like you that much in your neighborhood. But that's a different story. Anyways, so that's a little bit behind the poem on that. Let's go and find someone to raid. Because apparently I'm getting snifflier and snifflier, so I should probably... Thanks for the follow, Navigar. We'll be back with more weird trivia. Let's see what we got here. Who do we have tonight? On right now, Grunchitus. I don't know Grunchitus. I don't know Top Pork Chop. Nobody FM's Prince Malthus VT. Sherry 5454. Puff the Dragon. Queen Krista. D-Rockshoe. I really don't know anyone here tonight. Okay, so... let's see. Grunchitus is, I think, a first-time player. Top Pork Chop is... in search of viewers to make affiliate. Yeah, I don't know. We could support someone's path to affiliate, so I think we try to do that. Oh, wait a sec. No. Really? Okay, we'll stop by. We'll stop by Top Pork Chop. They are... looks like a relatively new streamer with 77 followers. lots of gaming experience. We will. Okay, we'll try Top Pork Chop. And yeah, so thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I'll be back. If you like what you're seeing, feel free to drop a follow. If you really want to support me, you can sub. But I get it. It's you know, if you got an Amazon Prime sub that you don't know what to do with, hey, I'll take it. But otherwise, there's lots of other people that need the assistance, and feel free to support them. We are a close-knit community. We like supporting each other, and sometimes just dropping in and being eyeballs on the stream is support enough. I just like talking to people, so let's hang out with someone that we don't know as well, and get to know them and their stream a little bit better. So we'll head on out there. Thanks, and we'll see you maybe tomorrow night. We'll see. I have to check and see if I'm going to be on. I think tomorrow night probably works.